And welcome into the PBA Game of the Week pregame show. Gary Ade, Paul McKeskey here with you as we get set for the Metroplex Lightning taking on the Texas Tsunami. Today's game, Paul, is a matchup of David versus Goliath, at least on paper, a significant size advantage for the Lightning as we head into this contest. You're a guy who obviously played in the league, know a thing or two about playing on the low block. How do you contend when you're at a size disadvantage as the Tsunami will be tonight?
Well, just like last week when we had the Columbus Blackhawks against Montgomery Knights, and it was big versus small again, and our player, Mr. Moody, took it to them in the paint and the low block, and like we talked last week, I think the Tsunami are going to have to decide: are they going to try and trap him and their post players? Are they going to have to? Are they going to try and front them and throw them over the top and then trap them? They're going to have to mix up their coverages to compensate for the size disadvantage, especially in the low post.
The Metroplex coming off a blowout win over the Temple Hawks in week 138 to 114. A little bit of a highlight video was actually put together by league sponsor Dat Wurk Films, which has worked with such artists as Cardi B, 50 Cent, and others. So they are a well-known, well-respected media production company, video production company. Be sure to stay tuned during the next break for a little bit of sizzle on that front. Going to be a lot of fun. Again, that is Dat Wurk Films, which is one of the sponsors here of the PBA Game of the Week. Great to have them on board.
Gary, that's a 50 cent.
50 Cent, excuse me. Excuse me, yes. I'm too proper with my enunciation sometimes. I gotta tone it down a little bit.
That's okay. We'll work with it.
We'll work on that. So that's good stuff today. And again, you're taking a look at some of the guys and the key guys in this game. David Cates for the Metroplex Lightning at 6'4". You also have JT Durley at a large 6'8". Dante Smith is 6'5". So a lot of size on that front line for the Metroplex. Although it bears mentioning, Paul, that Rich and I, I'm ahead of myself here. Rich Anselmo and I did a game yesterday where the Dallas-Fort Worth Just Hoop really had a huge size advantage against the Texas Hyenas, and the Hyenas kept with them game in and game out with a significant size disadvantage. So to your point a moment ago, it is possible that it can be done.
Yeah, you just have to think outside the box a little bit, maybe get a more up-tempo game that appeases to your style, make those big guys run. The problem that the Tsunami are going to run into with the Metroplex is not only do they have bigger players, and even King McClure, who's 6'3" and about 220, they have players that have played at a high level. Like King McClure has played at Baylor. Travis Cates has played overseas. All their players have played. JT Durley, the 6'8" player, has played at Wichita State and in Argentina and Spain at a high level. So not only are they big, but they also know how to play.
Yeah, it's a buzzsaw of a team when you run into that combination. We'll see if the Tsunami are up for a challenge. Moments from tip-off as you see the two teams line up. The Tsunami in the dark blue uniforms with the white numbering, and the Metroplex in the white jerseys with the darker blue numbering. Very aesthetically pleasing jerseys here, Paul. I'm very much liking the colors.
Yeah, I mean, they're distinctively different, which is good for us.
Yes. And the ball's up, and to no surprise, the 6'8" Durley wins the tip for the Lightning. Lightning bring the ball down the court on the first possession. Long three right out of the gate. No good. Rebounded on the offensive end. Another three up. This one drops, and there's our first buckets of the game, King McClure.
Yeah, it looks like Metroplex not only is big inside, but can also shoot that jumper from the three-point line.
Got a break in the action right out of the gate here.
And Gary, we talked about that last week. Now, when an offensive rebound kicks out and you kick it out to a three, those shots seem to always come.
Every single time, that's right. The Tsunami try to answer the three with their move of their own, driving into the lane. Nice running layup is no good. Rebounded by Durley. And here come the Metroplex. And into the lane, handling up top. Goes into the corner for McClure. Near post, back swinging around, and the far corner three is up. Air ball, and it comes down for the Tsunami, who come the other way, driving down the baseline and bringing it back out. Wanting no part of those trees down there. Wide open three is up, and it is good. So a nice shot out of the gate by Moffett.
Tsunami's going to have to be able to knock down threes to get this game.
Teams have knocked down a single three so far, and off the ball fake, dribbling into the zone, and then a whistle. Let's see what the call is as Durley kind of takes a look around. Hey, what'd I do? Did nothing. It's like the call's against the Tsunamis.
It looks like it might have been illegal defense or something in that manner.
Technical foul, yep. Yep. And Metroplex put it in. That's shorter. Makes the technical free throw.
Yeah, a lot of the players need to be used to that 2.9 illegal defense. That means you can stay in the paint on defense, not guarding anybody actively for just 2.9 seconds when you have to get out.
And down to Durley, a touch pass right back to the inbound. A nice play and the finish by Rogers.
And Rogers is known as a three-point shooter, but there he takes it to the basket very effectively.
That was a good design play out of bounds, all as Durley with the touch pass.
Yeah, those ATOs after timeout plays. Good execution.
5-3, minute and change gone by here in the first. Driving into the lane, up, no good, missed by Streeter, and here come the Lightning. Short corner is good. I believe that was a 2. I don't think that was quite behind the line for Smith.
I like the fact that the Tsunami are driving into the paint.
Driving down the baseline, looking for some space. Doesn't find it. A 3 is up, way off the backboard, off the pass from Smith, and here come the Lightning. Back up top. Using that pass was by Moffett. A way low pass. Woo! And McClure trying to go back at the defender. Does. Gets it up. No good. Rebounded. And kicked back out by Smith. Holding in is Shorter. And a whistle on the floor. Let's get the call. And looks like it'll go against the Tsunami. And again, Paul, these early fouls, they might not translate to free throws, but they do translate to free throws perhaps later on.
Yes, and foul trouble by your defender.
Yes. And a drive right into the lane. That was so easy for Smith. There was almost no contest there until the end, which leads to the end one.
No resistance. And like we talked pre-game, the Tsunami going to have to decide what to do with Metroplex's post players. Are they going to let them score easy like that for an N1, or are they going to come down with a quick double, or maybe even front? They're not going to be able to let them catch so easy.
See, I would go for the front as they make the free throw. It's Smith on the N1. So the Metroplex 7, the Tsunami 3. 3 minutes gone by here in the first quarter. Make that 11 for the Metroplex. Handling the ball for the Tsunami is Farris, getting to the paint, missing off the contest by Durley, and here come the Lightning. Bounce pass, beautiful play, filling the lane and making the shot is McClure, and a timeout on the floor as it's 13-3. The Lightning have opened up an early 10-point lead here, Paul.
Yeah, and like we talked about, the Tsunami are getting to the basket. They're just not making their layups. They've missed 3 or 4 layups, which have cost them in transition and given the Metroplex Lightning easy layups. So if I'm a coach in the huddle right now, I'm going to tell my players, we need to focus. We're getting to the basket. We're getting in the paint, but we need to finish those.
Yeah, and on the other side of the ball, as we've talked about, you have to get a little bit more defense against those post players, against those bigs. You have to make it a little bit more difficult for them around the basket. Couple of give and goes, couple of easy drives to the lane, that touch pass out of bounds. I mean, there's just been so many plays where Tsunami defenders have been just not where they need to be when guarding the Metroplex going to the rim.
I'm like you mentioned earlier, I'm a proponent of fronting the post. You make the other team make a good pass, make that player catch the ball, make good stuff, rather than turning it over. I'd rather our defense give them 2 or 3 times to make a mistake than just let them catch it easily.
As the teams kind of gather near the scorer's table, some discussion here about what I'm unsure, but in any event, the teams begin to head out back toward the court. Officials kind of gather together, making discussions, and that brings us back to the court. So the Tsunami will inbound underneath their own basket. 6:37 to go, 13-3. Carried Paul McKeskey here on the PBA Game of the Week.
And you see the Tsunami running some sets, some UCLA action, slice cuts. They're just not finished.
Nice open shot in that corner that time, and again, to your point, Paul, just not able to finish the play. Here come the Metroplex. McClure shoots up a 3, no good, and the ball off the front rim, rebounded by the Tsunami. Here they come the other way. Another shot from that corner, and again another miss. And you're probably not going to get a ton of offensive rebounds with the size differential. So shooting percentage on good shots like that is going to be at a premium if the Tsunami want to get back into this game. High screen and roll, driving into the lane, Euro step, reverse layup is up and good. What a move that time from Shorter.
Great Euro step. Everybody's using it now, and it's so effective because the defense not allowed to move, and you just kind of Euro step around and you get that layup.
That's a tough shot, a nice layup with the reverse right hand, sort of the backhand as I call it.
Yeah, a lot of players are using offhand, off-foot layup now, just like that.
We're getting a lot of pressure. Good job keeping it up as Shorter gets back into the lane, dumps it off for Durley, who misses the reverse, rebounded by the Tsunami. Bringing it across the timeline for Texas. And getting into the lane is Farris. Layup is up, no good. Ball batted in the air, taken by Durley, and here come the Metroplex. Wide open is McClure. Good job getting back. Contesting, but the finish anyway over the outstretched arms of Martin for McClure.
Once again, a missed opportunity at one end leads to an easy basket at the other end.
This game is getting quickly out of hand for the Tsunami, who desperately need to find some consistent offense here, down 14. That corner seems to continue to be open, but it might be a reason for it. They just can't seem to make it as we go back the other way. Another run-out layup, this time into the hands of Rogers, and it's a 16-point game, 19-3, 4.5 minutes to go in the first. And there's a timeout on the floor. And this is one of those situations, Paul, where as a coach, nothing's working. You're getting good shots. You've said it time and again. They're not going in. At some point, basketball does come down to making a miss.
Yeah, you have to consider it. It puts so much pressure on the Tsunami defense. And, you see again that in this shot leads to a layup at the other end. And, what Tsunami have to do is, even though they're struggling and missing some layups and open shots, they have to make it more difficult for the Metroplex Lightning to score. They have to get back, make them pass the ball, and not give up so many easy baskets. Make them at least work for their points, and then maybe you can turn this thing around.
19-3 as the teams get ready to break huddle here. And you see the banner on the far side scorers table. Wilson Sporting Goods, one of the partners and sponsors of the PBA, the official game ball of the PBA.
Looking really good. You also see the banner with Eurobasket on it. That's big. For people out there that don't know, Eurobasket is a website that covers all leagues around the world. And you can click on and find teams in Spain or Mexico or the United States and get rosters and scores and stats. Every scout and coach in the world pretty much uses Eurobasket.
Yeah, good stuff by them, and certainly a utility for the basketball profession as we get set for the inbound. And it will be the Lightning inbounding over by their bench. Check that the Tsunami under their basket. The guy standing on the bench there kind of threw me off for a second. He was standing right next to the ref. I was like, wait a minute. All right, so here come the Tsunami. Nice crossover dribble into the lane. Up and good. What a move that time by Walton. Makes the basket for the Tsunami. Now it's 19-5.
There you go. Make a basket, put pressure, play some solid defense, and hopefully swing this thing around.
And again, Walton with the stop that time on the other end, but a foul is called. Let's see if it's shooting. I believe it's a non-shooting foul. Inbounded from the basket. Back up top. McClure getting into the lane. Euro step. Reverse layup up and good. Nice move from McClure.
Really, Metroplex does a great job of swinging the ball and attacking the weak side.
Terrell lost the handle there. Did Walton. Covers it. Gets it over to the far side. Now back up top. Swings it back around. Back to Walton. Step back three is up. Short off the front rim. Offensive rebound. Nice job. Cutting into the lane is Walton on the reverse. And it's good. I'll tell you what, Paul. Walton, in a matter of a couple of minutes, has created new energy for this team here in this first quarter.
Yep, and they desperately need it, and hopefully it'll continue.
Big post move there for Smith. Just all muscle, baby. Extra Wheaties.
Again, too easy catch in the paint.
Yeah, very much a good position down low. As a drive down the baseline results in a short layup on the reverse by Terrell, and the ball goes out of bounds back to the Metroplex.
If you continue to let their bigs catch in the post, you're going to get foul trouble and ones, and it's going to be a long night for the
3-7, under 3 to go, as the Metroplex continue to handle. Nice drive into the lane, off the bounce, and a foul is called as Rogers will head to the line.
Yeah, and the Metroplex keep attacking the paint, either with a post-up or a drive, and that happens when they swing the ball. People out there need to know, if you attack the first side of the defense, it's very difficult. They're loaded up. If you can swing the ball and attack the weak side, that means the defense is shifting and there's more gaps to attack the paint.
Now, when you see those gaps, is it best to spring right into them, or do you often get that secondary look off of those gaps with the defense trying to close over the fill them?
You want to attack those gaps and create layups for yourself and or draw kicks for your shooters.
Makes a lot of sense as Walton handles up top, kicks it into the corner. Nice open shot, but again off the mark. There must be like a boogeyman in that far corner, Paul, because the Tsunami must have missed 6 easy shots from that one spot.
Maybe that's the bad basket. Sometimes there's bad baskets.
Yes, talking about bad. That was a bad shot, badly off the mark, and here come the Tsunami. Walton back in the lane, couldn't really grab the handle, and here come the Metroplex on the other end, and the layup is good from Rogers. Near steal, sloppy play.
Yeah, the Metroplex have 26 points. I've had at least 16 off the layup.
Walton, bounce pass, dangerous pass, does find his target, however, and a nice rhythm jumper is good from Terrell. So a risky pass by Walton, but it pays off. The Lightning into the lane, off the shot from McClure, no good. Rebounded by the Tsunami, coming back the other way. Driving into the lane, stepping into a rhythm jumper is Hill. He misses, and rebounded by Walton, so they'll get another shot.
Great offensive rebound.
Walton, that crossover, nice pass down low, but it looked like it was too hot to handle. Maybe a jammed finger down there too, and it ends up in the hands of the Lightning, who come back the other way with a 3. That's no good. Rebound chased down on the far side by Terrell.
Yeah, it looks like that pass was too hot for the defense and the offense.
Hot potato. Terrell up top, directing traffic, kicks it to the far side. One-on-one, good screen. Went the wrong way. Trying to look for that space is Hill. He's unable to find it. Excuse me, that's Hill. And the shot is good, rebounded by the Lightning, and here we go back the other way. Driving into the lane. Layup is up and good again. An easy layup this time from the Lightning, and again it's shorter.
Yeah, too many easy layups.
A steal back on the other end, so coming back the other way. A long three is up and good. And just like that, it's a 23-point game, 32-9. Walton coming the other way, scoops it up, misses off the side of the rim. Rebounded by Durley, back the other way for the Lightning, into the corner. Three is up, in and out. Rebounded by Walton, up ahead, back to, I believe that's Terrell on the far side. A foul is called at around half court, so Terrell will likely shoot free throws.
Yeah, the play is really getting sloppy. The Tsunami are getting frustrated by missing layups and open shots, and can't seem to get it right. And Metroplex is taking advantage.
Inbounded. And a long three is up, and there you go. That one a little bit further out from that corner, and that one is good. So that will take us to the end of the first quarter as the Lightning cruise out to a 31-12, make it 32-12 advantage. We'll take a break. Back after this with the second quarter on the PBA Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm Ben, and I'm with Wilson Basketball. Today we're going to talk about the Wilson Evolution. The Evolution is the #1 selling basketball in the country, and for good reason. The first thing anybody will tell you is how good the Evolution feels. Most people can't describe it, but it's the microfiber cover that provides that great grip and that soft feel that everybody refers to. The channels share a similar texture and material as the rest of the ball, which adds to the control and that feel that everyone's talking about. The cushion core offers a softer touch around the rim. What that means is that the ball will stay on the rim a little bit longer, allowing you the opportunity to make more shots. The Evolution comes in 6 different colors, so you can match to your jersey or your own personal style. If you're looking for a game ball with soft feel that players swear by, check out the Evolution by Wilson.
Hey, got that Wurk Films. Tell me, how you feeling today? How you feel?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm black.
It's your brother Paul Anthony. It's your boy Lucian George, aka Bow-Legged Luke.
You want to talk shit? You want to write your mouth?
Hello, my name is Demetria Ovalor.
All these diamonds on my neck. Tell her I'll talk to her.
Kicking some freaking ass.
Alrighty, we're back here as the teams get set to retake the court. Gary Aid, Paul McKeskey here on the call. And Paul, what did you see in that first quarter?
Well, let alone the size difference, but the Tsunami are getting open shots and layups and missing them. The problem is the Metroplex are taking advantage and going down, taking those misses and or turnovers and turning them into easy layups and easy points. The Tsunami, even though they're struggling on offense, need to shore up their defense and make the Metroplex at least work for their baskets here in the second quarter.
How would you go about doing that?
I would make sure I have 2 players back at all times. You're not going to get, with the size disadvantage, you're not going to get many offensive rebounds anyway. So I would designate 2 guys to be back at all times, make them pull the ball out and run some kind of offense and make them work somewhat, and hopefully get hot and start making our layups and our open threes and turn this thing around.
Here we go with the first possession of the second quarter. Belongs to the Tsunami, and a instant turnover. Just a complete balk, right? Basically.
Not a good start for the quarter to get things under control. You can't make mental mistakes like that and expect to be a good team like the Metroplex Lightning are.
Yeah, one of the better teams in the league in the early going. Had a dominant win in their first week and off to a good start here, up by 19 points. As McClure brings it across the timeline for the Lightning. Screen given, although not very much effectiveness or use there. Down into the far side post, up top, into the lane, kick out. Good defense, good rotation from the Tsunami. A lot of ball movement there and no openings as Durley just says, oh, I'm big, but unfortunately wasn't able to convert. And here come the Tsunami other end, and there you go, Paul. They got one of their own easy run-out layups off a miss.
Yeah, they turned a missed shot into a layup for themselves. They just need to do more of that.
Nance on the bucket, his first of the game. Down low to McClure and Durley, and too big.
You can't play behind them.
No. Coming into the lane and losing it. Looks like Nance, and Durley takes it away, but then turns it right back over, and Tsunami will take it back over. A turnover does no harm.
Big fella, sometimes you just got to give it up to a guard and down into the paint.
Oh, man. I'll tell you what, as we see Sims bring it across for the Tsunami, driving into the lane, and he makes it. Good move by Sims one-on-one.
Another layup by the Tsunami. It's looking better for them right now.
It seems like the Metroplex have come out a little flat in the second quarter. See if they're able to pick up their game. Still obviously well in the driver's seat as Durley looks up top, shoots the three. No good. Offensive rebound taken, but then stripped and stolen by the Tsunami. Good hands by Sims. Here he comes back the other way, up into the lane. Fouled by McClure on the wrist. I believe that's going to be a shooting foul.
This is more of what the Tsunami have to do. They have to mix it up on defense, make the Lightning run some stuff, get some turnovers, miss shots, and then attack them. They're doing it a little bit. They just need to keep it up for the next 8 minutes, and things can turn around. As the coach of the Tsunami, I'd be telling my players, this is good. We need to do more of this. We're not going to get it all back at one time. We'll get it back little by little. These are the things we have to do.
So we're gonna, in other words, you're gonna tell them to read the signs. Do this, don't do that.
Do more good stuff than bad stuff.
Wiser words have never been spoken. Words of wisdom.
Which is amazing because that's how you win basketball. You do more good stuff than bad, you can win some games.
Yes, we're going with the John Madden style analysis. If you have more points than the other team at the end of 4 quarters, you win the game.
And all kidding aside, though, when you watch a game, coaches watch for possessions, defensive and offensive possessions, and you need to put together good offensive possessions. That doesn't mean they're made baskets. That means they're good shots, and then good defensive possessions. 2, 3, 4, 5 defensive possessions in a row, and you can go on a run.
Yes, and basketball, as we know, is a game of runs. And right now, the Tsunami seem to be, maybe it's not a tsunami yet, but it's definitely a building wave.
Yeah, they're turning the tide a little bit, and they have to get this thing under control before halftime. And then come out in the second half, and we got a shot at this game.
His free throws aren't going to help as Sims misses the first. And I'll tell you what, I'm not too familiar with Sims, but he's a very stoutly built guard, very compact, muscular frame as he misses both free throws. But he's made an impact in this game in limited minutes.
Yeah, he's down to the basket, created contact, and made some layups.
Metroplex on the run out, miss a three, offensive rebound, thrown off the legs of a Tsunami player, but they say it was out of bounds prior to hitting the Tsunami, so it will be Texas ball.
Yeah, and talking about Sims, he seems to be one of the players on the Tsunami that can get into the basket. He's strong enough, quick enough that can cause the Lightning to have some problems inside.
Brings it across the timeline for the Tsunami now. Gets it off to the top of the key. Nice stutter step into the lane, driving baseline and going up and under the big man. Nice play that time by the Tsunami. Brown with the basket.
Now we're attacking. Now we're making things happen.
Go as the Tsunami continue to try to make things happen, and they get the ball back on a turnover. And here's Sims. Guarded up top. Pulls up for three. Off the front of the rim. Batted around. Comes down to Durley. Here come the Lightning. Crossover dribble. Down to McClure. Faces up. Goes back to the basket. Kind of moving that pivot foot around. McClure with a tough baseline fall away is no good. Ball controlled by the Tsunami. And here comes Brown. Over to the near side. Farris kicks it into the corner. Sims, no good. Rebounded by the Lightning, coming back the other way. Long baseball pass. Probably not a good pass. A lot of traffic down there for a pass like that. And did not convert. That's the type of thing we're talking about, Paul. A little sloppiness on the part of the Metroplex to start this second quarter.
Yeah, we need to. I don't know Sims' game that much, but I know one thing: he can get in the paint and score rather than shoot those threes.
No doubt about it. Driving into the lane. Hey, it's almost like you know what you're talking about right there.
I know after watching the quarter and a half, I know he can do that. I don't know if he's shot that way. Let's do more of the stuff, good stuff.
Make Paul look smart every possession. Love that. Perfect. And a steal by the Tsunami. But it looks like they ran out of real estate on the near side, so we'll stay here with the Metroplex.
The Tsunami have made some stuff happen, and now they got this game in a reasonable 12-point difference, and they just need to keep it up.
Near side inbound forthcoming as you see Nance applying pressure defense, although, oh, there you go. Hands come up there, and it works. A steal. Nance breaks out the other way. Gets an easy lay-in. So there you go.
We talked about momentum, and it's shifting as we watch, as we speak.
That's it. Coach Mo's on the other side now. We got Mo on the other side. Driving into the lane are the Lightning, getting off a near side three. No good that time. Off the front of the rim, and here come the Tsunami back the other way. Far side corner three is up, way long, and a whistle on the floor. See the call, but that was just a wayward shot. There was no chance of that going in.
He might want to think about driving also. But they got an offensive putback and a foul, so something positive is coming out of this possession. That makes it 1 or 2.
There we go. We'll see if the Lightning are able to convert as Moffitt misses first. Durley, given his size, has not had as big an impact in this game as you'd expect. You look for him to get his game up in the later part of this game.
Yeah, if I'm in Metroplex, I'm looking at getting him down in the post and go to work. But he has experience and scored.
That's a high screen for McClure, playing a little two-man game. Nice roll on the backside. A box out by the little man. Look at the box out. Farris, not afraid to give up the body. Now comes down with a hard double. Nice double, but good control. And manages to get away, does Cates. That was a good display of ball control, Paul. That was a hard double team that was well executed, and Cates handled it beautifully.
Yeah, you need to be aggressive when you double team the ball. Little disagreement there. The referee under the basket doesn't call for 1.5 where it does. Maybe it wasn't his call, but at least you're being aggressive on defense and making them do something else besides overpowering you. I like that from this enough.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly given the Metroplex something to think about as this game's gotten a lot closer. Cates makes the first. It's now an 11-point game. At one point in time, I guess it's a 10-point game. At one point in time, this was looking like it was going to be a real blowout. The Tsunami, with their pressure defense, have brought it back into the realm of contention.
Yeah, little 3, 4, 5 minute spurts make a big difference. They turn a 20-point game into a 10-point game in about 3 or 4 minutes. It's important.
Basketball is a game of runs as Cates converts both. Back to 11. Long three is up and good. That time from, looks like coming out of there is Williams. Williams with the basket, his first of the game. Nice three-point shot. Offensive foul. That has to be, right?
It probably should be. I don't know if that was the call on
Wow,
the
okay, they're calling a block. I think that was a textbook charge.
He was there a long time. And I'm at the side of rewarding players for actually moving the players. Unfortunately, a lot of the times in the game of basketball now, the offensive player gets the advantage, which I necessarily don't agree with.
Yes, that's certainly something that's changed over the years as Shorter makes the first.
But the Tsunami have now seen some baskets go in, some shots go in, so they got a better feeling for this game.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct, Paul. That's a great observation as Shorter makes the second. Hill's back the other way for the Tsunami. Confusion here. The defensive 3 seconds.
Yeah, I didn't see anything out of the ordinary, so it was probably a illegal defensive call.
Send Terrell to the line. He converts. So the free throw is good. It makes it a single-digit deficit, 38-29. As we head to our media timeout, we'll step aside. It's the game of the week here on the PBATV channels, Roku, Amazon Fire, and YouTube. Gary A. Paul McKeskey back after this with the Metroplex and the Tsunami here on PBATV. Back here on the PBA Game of the Week, Gary A. Paul McKeskey, 38-29 as the Texas Tsunami try to make a game of this. Down big early. They fought their way back, Paul. How have they done it?
Well, they've reversed roles now. They're the aggressor on defense. They're the aggressor on offense. And they've limited the Lightning breakaway layups, and that's put them back in the game. And now as a coach, you're talking to your team about getting a single-digit game by halftime. And the Tsunami are right there right now.
Get the ball in, so they'll have another shot at it here as the ball is handled on the far side. Still on the far side, now in the corner, driving into the lane. A lot of contact under there for Nance. Gets it up, no good. Rebounded by Durley, and an outlet pass. Coming back the other way, Metroplex looking to push. Defense is back, 3 is up, no good off the side rim. Rebounded by the Tsunami, and back they come again. Steal attempt fails. Driving into the lane is Nance, kicks out far side. 3 is up and good. What a sequence for the Tsunami.
And the Tsunami you saw had 3 players back, didn't give up an easy layup, and came down and knocked down a 3, and now they're right in this.
38-32, under 5 to go in the first half. As you said, Paul, right in the thick of things are the Tsunami as McClure steps into a rhythm jumper and knocks it down. You cannot leave a player that good that wide open.
No, he can make that shot.
Nance coming back the other way, around the screen at the top, goes into the lane, tries to pull up, doesn't have the space. Good contest by Durley, into the lane, off the backboard, rebounded by Durley, and the Metroplex look to slow it down. Back on the other side of the court, dribbling into the lane, kicking out, 3 is up, no good, rebounded by the Tsunami, coming back the other way, running again. Now a 3 from the near side. That one rims out off the back rim. Offensive rebound put up. No good. Another rebound. Gathers. Misses again. Finally, the tip-in is good. It is Williams who ultimately converts for the Tsunami.
Now you have the Tsunami's big, Nate Murray, going to work on the offensive glass and giving the Lightning a little bit of their own business.
As you said a moment ago, Paul, seems to be a role reversal as McClure looks to take things into his own hand, kicks out a bad pass, goes over the head of the outstretched arms of Shorter. Wish he was taller.
Wish he was a baller. Wait. If I'm the Tsunami coach right now, I'm really happy. We turned this thing around. We're doing good stuff. We're forcing them to actually make hard shots. I'm a real happy coach right now on the Tsunami side. If I'm on the Lightning side,
I was just going to ask
I'm
you.
a little upset with my players that we went away from what we were doing well, going down to the post, making them pay, playing hard-nosed defense, and we got to get that back to get this lead back up at that point.
Oh, important delivery to the near side.
No turnover there.
No, absolutely not. Handle with care, for sure.
And that's what minor league basketball, PBA is about. Kids and families being able to afford to come to games and watch high-level basketball, and it doesn't cost an arm and a leg for your evening out with live entertainment, basketball, sports entertainment.
No question about it. And as a sports fan, you love minor leagues, whether it's basketball, baseball, or any other sport for that very reason. It's really a great thing and badly needed and badly, it's one of those things that if it's in your community and you take advantage of it, you very much appreciate it. As Walton tries to get around the screen from Murray, good contest by the Metroplex. They have come out with a focused defense. Man, what a defensive possession.
It looks like the coach got into him a little bit at that timeout.
Just a little bit. And coming back the other way, trying to reestablish some flow on offense are the Lightning. Hard screen at the top. Three is up. No good. Rebounded by Walton off the long bounce. Going back the other way. Into the lane. Up and no good. Ball batted around. Finds its way to the outside. Here come the Lightning looking to push. Down into the lane. Euro step. Up. In and out, no good. Tip is up and good. Looked like that might have been some friendly fire by the Tsunami, but it will be the Lightning that get credit for the basket.
Yeah, once again, getting a little sloppy. Let's get this under control.
Murray taking matters into his own hands, driving into the lane. Contest, nice defense by the Lightning. Coming back the other way, Euro step into the lane. Runner is up and good. Nice move from Cates.
Yeah, they just got Cates from a trade with Just Hoops, so he's really impactful in making his name and play known on his new team immediately.
Yeah, he's made an impact in this game, no question about it, as Rogers harassing the ball handler up top. Good defense from Xavier Rogers. Back to the other side of the court now. Nance gets into the corner. Long three is off. Rebounded on the far side by Rogers. Up ahead to Smith. Back to Rogers on the lay-in. Nice two-man game by Rogers and Smith.
Yeah, it's an important time right now. It's getting close to the end of the first half, and the Tsunami are giving up another couple layups. They can't fall in that trap again.
Nance handling up top. Going against the defense of Cates. Gets it to the far side corner. Cates switches over. Good help defense, and it turns him over. And Walton, good hustle back. It's a one-on-one, and the Lightning win that one as Shorter converts the run out.
What a great timeout by the Metroplex coach about 2 minutes ago when this game was starting to get really tight. He's got his team together, playing the right way, and opening up a more comfortable lead into the half.
No question about it, Paul. And I want to give some credit to Walton there for the Tsunami, even though Cates was able to convert, Shorter was able to convert anyway. He really expended a lot of energy and hustle to get back in that play and make that a contested finish.
That's what you have to do, and that's what you have to have all your players doing. Give an all-out effort, no matter what side of the court it's on, defense or offense.
Coming up at the half, you'll hear from PBA Commissioner Chris Terrell about Week 1 in the South Division. So that's coming up at halftime in a matter of moments. And, of course, we'll have the second half for you right after that. So we got about a minute to go here in the first half as the teams remain by their benches in their huddles. An 11-point game right now for the Lightning, up 11. And the Tsunami, as you said momentarily ago, Paul, were right back in this game. I think they cut it to as low as 7. And now it's back to double digits just like that. Again, it's a game of runs.
Yeah, now you have a timeout taken by the Tsunami. You have less than a minute left. As a Tsunami coach and players, you want to get a good shot. You want to get it off relatively early so you have a 2-for-1 and you get 2 possessions for 1 possession from Metroplex.
So here come the Tsunamis. We'll see if they go and attempt to do that 2-for-1. All in the hand of Walton. Driving down the lane. Nice attempt by Terrell, but he's unable to finish. And here come the Lightning. McClure handling. Gets into the lane. Layup. Too strong. Rebounded off the back rim by the Tsunami. Coming back the other way. Not a lot of control, though. Running out of real estate quickly. And I think they ran out of real estate. It's a turnover.
That's a tough turnover. You had a chance to get the last shot. And instead, you turn the ball over, and you give Metroplex another shot at it.
Farris with the turnover along that baseline, and here come the Lightning, all in the hands of Shorter. High screen, goes the other way with it, drives into the lane. A lot of contact, finishes N1. What a play from Shorter.
Really strong move, taking the contact, finishing, and getting to the free throw line. Very important here now that the Tsunami take down, run something, get the last shot. You do not want to give Metroplex another possession.
See where this free throw ends up as Shorter gets onto the bumper, dribble, shot is up, and it's pure.
Metroplex have this back to a 15-point game.
Walton with the ball for the Tsunami, gets into the lane, and a foul is called. I believe it's a continuation. Good move from Walton.
Very good drive. Way to penetrate, get to the hoop. Get your team a good basket, knock down this free throw, and don't let them get some long shot off. Still gave them too much time on the clock. There's 9 seconds left. The Metroplex have time to dribble down all the way and get a very good shot.
I was kind of wondering where Walton was going. I thought like maybe he was like, I don't want to shoot this free throw. He might have been better off as he misses that one badly. And here come the Lightning fast down the court like lightning, but no good. Rebounded by Walton, a couple seconds to go. And we have a shot up, no good. And that is the end of the first half. So at the half, 52-36, Metroplex open it back up after being up big early. Got the game close, did the Tsunami as close as 7, and the Metroplex end the half up 16. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, second half of the PBA Game of the Week.
Welcome back to Lewisville, to the PBA bubble season opener. Now we got the man himself, Chris Terrell, commissioner, now joining us. Coach, a lot of people have just been talking about it, like this is very professional across the board. They loving the referees, everything that you got in place here. You got to be able to feel, pretty good yourself, about the first weekend.
Yeah, we're real excited. It's a great opening night for the South Division. And yesterday we had a lot of games being played across the league nationwide in other cities. And this one in Dallas is going as planned as well. So we're really happy. But you know what? We're going to continue to, like building blocks, continue to improve every week. There's already notes that have been made about things that we could do to improve the overall experience for fans and for sponsors, partners. So we're continuing to look for ways to grow.
Yeah, myself, I gotta say I'm definitely impressed. as well as a lot of fans are. You know, this is great experience, great turnout, great vibes. You got the cameras rolling, so it's you know, you're doing an amazing job here. So not only did you talk, but you also like to say PBA. You a pro, you want the PBA where you walking that walk after you already been talking the talk leading up to the day.
Yeah, I want to encourage all the fans, scouts, agents, teams overseas, head coaches, general managers overseas looking for high-level players. Go on Roku, go on Amazon Fire, download the PBA app. Starting next week, we're going to have all the games on TV, and so really hope that y'all check us out.
All right, there you have it. Make sure you go to the PBA Roku channel, you know, so Amazon Fire. You know, we're live down here, so the PBA is what you want, and you can make sure you subscribe to our channels, follow us on Facebook, YouTube, you know, Instagram, all of those platforms. You know, you definitely want to keep up with all the up-to-date action with all these high-profile players and this great guy sitting in front of us right now.
Thanks so much for having me. If you want pro, you want the PBA.
There you have it, and we'll be back from Lewisville with a few post-game interviews as we close it out from the PBA bubble. I'm Michael Wright. We'll be back shortly.
And we're back. Second half, Gary Ade, Paul McKeskey, as the Tsunami come out looking to bring this game back to within striking distance. Sims is back on the floor. Top of the key. Back to Sims after a couple of passes. Floater in the lane is up and rims in and out all over the place. Murray fights for it, but it's controlled by Smith.
Yeah, the Tsunami did a good job getting back in this game at halftime, but Metroplex have a comfortable 14-point lead. We'll see these next 2 or 3 or 4 minutes is very important for both.
And you like to see that if you're a Metroplex fan there, Paul, as they put big man Durley on the block right out of the gate, their first offensive possession, and he gets right to the line.
Yeah, you know, great call by the coach. Cut down, put Durley on the point, out of the post, make him punish him in the paint. Let this come more of a slow-down game and just make them pay. You have a comfortable lead. Don't give up any easy baskets now.
And Durley, with a nice form on his free throw, he's got a little touch for a big man.
Yeah, it's important for big guys to be able to make those free throws. If you're going to go in the post and get there in the paint, you're going to get hit, you're going to get fouled. You need to knock down your free throws.
He knocks down both, makes it an 18-point advantage. As Sims pulls up from the near side wing, misses off the right rim. The ball is last touched by the Tsunami.
And once again, talking about Durley, he's played at a high level. And also in Eurobasket in Argentina and Spain, and that's important. He has that experience. He knows what he's doing out there.
Whistle on the floor. Again, it's a defensive 3 seconds. This is about the second or third one we've seen this game. Both teams have been guilty of that.
Yeah, it looked like the Tsunami were going to double Durley on the post when the pass went in, but the Tsunami defender was stuck in the paint. You can't not actively guard anybody in there. You should either go double them or get out of the paint, and that's what the illegal do.
Shorter makes the technical. And the inbound is to McClure, who finds Durley immediately on the block. Faces up, little jumper, short. Rebounded by the Tsunami. Coming back the other way. Good pressure
It looks like
defense.
Murray has a little size to test with them in the post. That was good to see.
Murray now with a a free throw line jumper, and he makes it right down the chute. Good shot from Murray.
There you go. The Tsunami need to have their big guys step up a little bit, and that's Murray.
Wide open 3. He's no good off the back rim. Like shorter with the miss. And here come the Tsunami. 3 is up. No good off the front of the rim and controlled by the Lightning. Coming back the other way off of the Farris miss are the Lightning, but then another turnover and Farris has the ball, kicking it back up ahead. Wide open. And he knocks it down. So Farris with the 3 off of the pass that time from Williams.
That's a good sign for a Tsunami if Farris can get into the game, get offensively, penetrate, make some shots. Be a good sign for a Tsunami.
Brown gets the rebound for the Tsunami on the long carom. And then it's like everyone lost the ball. The cameraman, the players, the refs. Certainly us.
That's not a good sign. If you're the Metroplex Lightning, you don't want to come down and jack up long threes fast. You want to work the ball, get it into the post, make them pay.
Steal off the handle of Sims leads to a run-out dunk. Nice two-handed throwdown from Rogers, and all of a sudden it's back to 16.
Again, off the Tsunami turnover, a dunk.
Wide open 3. That's a shot you want to make, but a nice rebound by Murray to get 2. Williams upset with himself. He didn't make that 3, though.
Murray's going to work a little bit. I like to see that. He's showing what he can do.
57-43, 14-point advantage. Minute gone by here. 3 minutes almost gone by here in the third quarter. And the ball finds its way to the ground. Ends up back in the hands of Rogers off of a nice deft pass by Smith. Unfortunately, Rogers can't convert, and here comes Williams back the other way. Misses, but a follow-up by Murray. Again, you pointed out a second ago, Paul. Murray putting in work right now.
Yeah, he's got 6-7 points here in this quarter, and really showing that. The Tsunami has a big back and play. On the other end, they were the Metroplex are going into the post, but their post player is making a mistake that a lot of post players make today. When he catches the ball, the first thing he did was dribble, and that lets the double team come. The first thing he should do is catch, chin it with strength, look at your cutters, and then make your move.
So the timeout on the floor. Take a look at some of the plays so far in this second quarter, second half rather, Paul. We've seen a lot of stuff from Murray, as you were just saying. We've seen a few plays, a little concerted effort, if you will, by the Lightning on the other end, trying to get big man Durley more involved.
Yeah, and like I said before, inside out is the way I like to play, especially if you have a big and a size advantage. And then you go inside first, let him go to work. If they double team or trap him, he can kick it out to open threes, and you have enough three-point shooters to make them pay out.
Good move into the lane, and a nice left-handed finish by McClure, and it's back to 14. Tsunami seem to be trading baskets right now, and they can't afford to do that as Farris off a pump fake gets into the lane but has it knocked away, recovers. Weak pass was deflected perhaps, and then Sims poked right in the face. I thought it was the eye. It might have been more the jaw, so timeout on the floor. Seems to be okay.
Yeah, he got hit in the jaw, it looks like. A little impact. It wasn't on purpose. It was a little wayward. Somebody was stabbing at the ball. That's what happens sometimes. You get hit in the jaw, poked in the eye. You got to keep on playing.
Well, years ago, that was why Kareem Abdul-Jabbar began wearing goggles, was because he got tired of being poked in the eye.
Yeah, a lot. James Worthy, the same way. The Horace Grant, also.
Yep.
The same way.
Yo. Alrighty, as the teams come back out onto the court. Metroplex having a little conversation with the officials. Have out there right now for the Metroplex. It's like Durley, McClure, as well as Shorter, Rogers, and I didn't catch the fifth. In any case, Farris, where he gets two defenders, finds Murray for a 15-footer, and he knocks it down. Murray's got a nice shot, Paul.
He does. He has good form, good balance, and he knows his range.
Durley going down low. Farris wants no part of that.
And Murray bailed him out. Murray went for the steal and then left him wide open. Can't do that.
Wide open three is off the back rim. Stolen by Murray, and then a bad pass and turnover. Probably should have just gone up with that.
Good wide open layup. Just let it in.
And the turnover leads to a wide open three and a bucket by Rogers. And that's a painful sequence there for the Tsunami.
That's a 5-point turnaround. You had a layup, you tried to pass it out, make it down to a 3. That's a 5-point turnaround. Huge.
Far side shot is no good. Here come the Lightning back the other way. It's McClure dipping it and swishing it for Shorter, who converts.
Tsunami running into trouble here. They're getting ready to get 20 points down. You got to really slow down and get a good shot.
Sims tries the three, can't get it to go. Rebounded on the ground by the Metroplex. Then they come the other way. Here's Shorter driving into the lane. Euro step, reverse layup off the back rim. Rebounded by the Tsunami. Coming back the other way is Brown into the lane. Left-handed layup, no good. Long rebound and pass out. Maybe a little too far ahead, but nice secondary fast break and a finish by Rogers as Murray slaps at it in vain and frustration. Here come the Tsunami back the other way. It's Farris. Cross court, intercepted, and now this is getting out of hand real quick. Coming back the other way are the Lightning. Missed shot. Murray tips it away, and the Tsunami trying to come back, but they need to get some control here, Paul. This game's out of control right now.
Yeah, you're letting the hard work you put in the second quarter go to waste right now. You're really sloppy. You're taking bad shots. You're giving up layups. You need to get a timeout here, coach, and get your team under control, or this could get really ugly fast.
Ball knocked away by Brown, saved, but right back to the Lightning. Nice pump fake by Durley, gets it back into the corner for Smith, who kicks it to the top. Wide open three, long distance from McClure, back off the rim, rebounded by the Tsunami, but then immediately taken back by the Lightning. Three-pointer is up and good. It's Xavier Rogers, and it's now a 23-point advantage. Timeout, Tsunami.
Offensive rebound, take it out to the 3. They always go in.
You know what?
You're sitting on that bench as a coach, and you're putting your head in the game.
I'll tell you what, Paul, when you write your memoirs, that needs to be the subtitle of your book.
I got a lot of those. But it's really a shame because the Tsunami battled their way back in this game. And like you said, got it to 7, and then, it's a 13, 14-point game. It's still within reach. And then took bad shots, really silly turnovers, turned into easy layups for the Lightning. And now we got an out-of-hand game that you got to, as a coach for the Tsunami, you got to say, listen, let's be smart. Let's try and cut this lead by 5 or 6 going into the fourth and see if we can, make something special happen in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's becoming a tall order and a big ask for that to happen.
Yeah, and really, missed shots didn't hurt them as much in this third quarter as turnovers. Just silly turnovers.
Yep. That's exactly what it is. So here we go. Tsunami trying to make something happen. It's Terrell at the top, at the controls. To run a little bit of a Princeton-style offense, it seems, as Walton now turns it over. And again, Paul, you talk about those turnovers. Sloppy play, just leading to turnovers.
And it looked like the Lightning are now switching everything. They look like they're switching everything, playing the semi-zone here.
Nice inbounds pass right back to the inbounder, and it's a 3, and it's good. So that is another one of those out-of-timeout plays, Paul, and Cates with the bucket.
Yeah, once again, Cates making his presence known on his new team after his trade from Just Hoops.
Walton, here the top side wing, drives into the lane, kicks it out, shot is up, no good. Offensive rebound, nice play down low, but a lot of contact, no call. And here come the Lightning as Cates again on the attack. This time misses the layup. Rebound is corralled though on the offensive end. Ends up with a far side 3, no good. Rebounded by the Lightning. Excuse me, the Tsunami. I don't know, Lightning, Tsunami, too many natural disasters.
Some storms happening out here.
I'm telling you, a miss off the layup by Smith. Here come the Tsunami. Driving into the lane. Contact again. This time there is a call. We'll see who it goes on. That could go either way. But I think it's going to go against the Lightning.
If we rewind a couple plays, Cates took it to the basket, took a hit, missed his layup, and kept playing and tipped it back out to his teammate and made a good play. Great example for players out there. Don't stop playing. Keep battling.
No question about it. And Walton keeps battling, and he puts in a nice floater in the lane. That took a lot of touch, Paul.
Yeah, and the Lightning are switching everything, but that was a weak switch, and they drove the gap and got a layup out.
Good pressure defense being applied by the Tsunami, and it goes just out of reach. The coach is like, oh, it's not out of bounds. Yes, it is.
Good effort by the Tsunami. You know, if I'm a coach and I'm watching film, we need to do this the whole game from the first minute on.
Driving into the lane is Cates, another Euro step, and this one finds the mark. Cates, a few big plays here in the last few minutes.
Yeah, the way he's playing on the offensive defensive end could be called Mr. Cates.
Oh, he's earning that's the first designation.
He's just impactful all over the floor.
They have the 1, 2, and 3 stars of the game in hockey. I think we're going to have the Mr. and Mr. in the PBA.
Coach Mo's Mr. Award.
That's it. As the Tsunami finally, after a couple attempts, get one to go. As the final seconds of the third quarter tick down, it still remains a big advantage for the Metroplex Lightning, almost 30. Up by 28. Rebound is batted in the air, taken away by the Tsunami, but they fall down, and the Metroplex have a wide open shot. It's McClure, and it is good.
That's the way you want to end the quarter. If you're the Lightning, the Lightning strikes again.
The Lightning strikes again, or as AC/DC would say, thunderstruck. 80-51 as we head to the fourth. Here on the PBA Game of the Week. Fourth quarter upcoming here on the PBA Game of the Week. Gary Aid, Paul McKeskey on the call. The Metroplex Lightning used a dominant third quarter to reestablish themselves in a firm driver's seat and pretty much an almost insurmountable lead heading into the fourth.
Yeah, it's a shame because Tsunami did some really good stuff at the end during the second quarter, and which got them back in this game, and then went back to their old habits of taking long jumpers early and turning the ball over too easily in the third quarter. And all that hard work that they did to get back in the game has gone to the wayside. And now at a 29-point game, right now as a Tsunami coach, you're trying to get your players to do the right thing and play the right way. And Metroplex and the Metroplex are probably looking at some different players, seeing if they want to play and maybe do some experimenting with their offense right now.
We'll see how it plays out as the fourth quarter is on the way. And a three is up, no good, off the back rim that time by Moody. Coming back the other way are the Tsunami. A contested shot in the far corner is no good. Long baseball pass finds its way to Cates. As it poked away, regains possession, has to get out of that corner, and does into a cutting Moody. Deflected and stolen. Coming back the other way are the Tsunami. Up and under layup is good. A nice move from the Tsunami as they convert a tough shot, and it was Moffitt on the bucket.
Yeah, I like to see the Tsunami at least pressure the ball a little bit here. It's just too easy. And now an easy catch from the post.
Run out is up and good off of the rebound, so good shot that time by Brown. We'll check that. Nance. 80-55. Lightning pull up for a free throw line jumper, and it is good. Rogers, another big shot. He might be the Mr. number 2.
That's a nice in-between game. Nice pull-up shot.
It sure was, but right back the other way. A 3 by the Tsunami. Big shot that time. I believe it was Farris.
Big shot by Farris, the little point guard that can do more on offense than you see him do. And he might have to do something in this fourth quarter just to see what can happen.
Brown going into the lane hard. It looked like a foul was called going to the lane, and Brown will head to the line. Actually, Smith heads to the line. A good aggressive move driving into the lane. Are they going to call a jump ball?
Yeah, it looks like a jump ball. Yeah.
Wow, okay, so a jump ball is called, and almost found its way into the hand of the jumper off a deflection, but instead the Tsunami come the other way. Rogers trying to get hold of the pass, gets it to Brown, back into the lane. Nice shot, and a good deft finish by Nance.
There you go. Move the ball a little bit, attack the rim, see what happens.
Another steal by the Tsunami. 3 is up from Sims off the front rim. Knocks around and ends up in the hands of a running Shorter who gets it down low. Up and good by Smith.
Once again, attacking on transition is the Lightning and making the Tsunami pay for their misses.
84-60 right now. 24-point advantage for the Lightning as we close in on 7 minutes to go in the game. Down low, no good. Rebounded by the Lightning. Here they come the other way. It's Cates dropping it off for Shorter. Kicks it out for Rogers, and Rogers finishes with the right hand. Nice play by Rogers.
And you see the Lightning, their coach is trying their zone now. You see the Lightning are in a zone. They got a comfortable lead. They have this game in hand. He's gonna test the zone against another team in a live game action. This is smart by the Lightning coach to do this at this point in the game.
How big of a role does coaching play at the minor league level?
I think it just like in pretty much every level in professional basketball, in college basketball, high school basketball, coaching is very important, not only for fundamentals and teaching, but also for accountability, putting in a system, keeping your players accountable, putting in good defensive system where people are helping each other, running an offense that my offenses are here to get good shots. You need to get good shots. And when I coach, my players have a 3-second rule. They have 3 seconds to do 3 things. You have 3 seconds to shoot it if you're open in your range, drive it if the lane is open, and pass it if your teammate is open. And for your range, ask the coach.
I'll tell you what, you have a much better 3-second rule than me. Mine is, if it doesn't look like it has dirt on it, it's still edible.
I have that rule too. We're talking basketball right now.
Oh, okay, my bad. You're getting a little hungry.
We're not talking about turnovers of your food.
Here comes Rogers with the dunk, the two-handed stuff. Nice play from Rogers off the feed from the high post.
Yeah, and the Lightning are still on the attack. There's even though the game is out of hand, there's no reason to stop playing as aggressive as you have to get the lead.
Farris makes the corner 3.
I kind of wish Farris would have stepped up his offensive game earlier in the game like he is now.
Yeah,
He can make a jump shot, he can get to the paint, nice steal.
Yep.
I would like to see him impact the game in the first half.
Another play that time by Nance. Two beautiful, deft layups he made. Tough shots that require a lot of touch. And that 3, I believe, will be waved off. I think there was a foul before the shot.
And now you have the Tsunami coaches putting them into a 3-quarter court trap and seeing if he can shake things up a little bit. I like seeing that as a coach. Let's change some things up, look at some stuff. This game is over. Let's look for next week or next game.
I'll tell you something, Paul, in this game, as we watched the last few minutes, a couple of really good individual performances for the Tsunami. They just couldn't put it all together collectively, but I think that you've seen Farris make some contributions. You've seen some nice plays from Walton at different times in this game. So it's been an interesting game, but it's just been a little too much sloppiness and maybe a little too much size and skill from the Metroplex to overcome.
Yeah, and also you've seen Tsunami's big man Murray come through in the third quarter, score 6-8 points, and get some offensive rebounds. So there is some positives there they can take.
Off the miss, here come the Lightning. As we tick down to 5.5 to go, a three is up and good. Big long shot from Shorter. He's another guy that's played very consistently throughout this game.
Yeah, he's a veteran. He's played all over the place. He can knock down shots. He's like a lot of players on the Lightning. They're veterans. They know their roles. They accept their roles. And they do what they're supposed to do for the most part.
The miss that time by Rogers leads to a miss on the other end. Rogers clears. Throws it up ahead. Finds Kate. Step back. Corner three is up. No good. Offensive rebound on the weak side. Up and again no good. And a third offensive rebound finally finds the hands of Farris off the miss. Three misses from the Lightning. And then a nonchalant, I don't want to chase you type of foul from Shorter. He's like,
Well, once again, David Cates is all over the place. He does his little step back. He missed it. He got back into play. He got an offensive rebound. He kicked it out. He's just all over the place. He's always active, always doing something positive on the floor. I like his game a lot.
That takes us to our final media timeout. We'll take a quick break, step aside. We're presented in part by Wilson Sporting Goods, 93.65. Back with the conclusion of this one after this on the PBA Game of the Week. And we're back as we play out the last 4 minutes and 43 seconds. Gary Aid, Paul McKeskey, Metroplex Lightning will win this one by a margin. It's just a matter of how much. And the Tsunami, although they've had their moments, Paul, just unfortunately were unable to sustain it. And against a good team like the Metroplex, having 3, 4, 5 minute stretches where you can't get anything done, this is what you get.
Yeah, the Tsunami, came and rushed the shore for a little bit, but unfortunately for them, couldn't take over and couldn't be the Tsunami storm they wanted to be. Once again, you're seeing the Lightning playing their little zone there. I'm going to make a personal request then. After 2 weeks of Game of the Weeks, I would like to request that the Columbus Blackhawks play the Metroplex Lightning and see what kind of game that would be. That's my request.
There we go. We'll see if we have the request line fired up. I'm not sure if the DJ's in studio or not.
Two really good teams, well balanced, well coached, with experience. Very impressive the first couple of weeks of the PBA season.
No doubt about it, as another steal by the Metroplex leads to a lay-in on the other end, and here come the Lightning after the layup. Farris working against the big man in space, kicks it to the near side corner. Three is up, no good, off the front rim by Williams, and a turnover, but a foul. So it will be Metroplex basketball.
Again, a nice play by Farris, the little point guard who comes in, penetrates, kicks it out to a wide open three. Unfortunately, the shot didn't go in, but he's making the right play.
3 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the game. Corner three is up by Cates, and that is good. Again, Cates with some big shots.
He's showing his full game. Now he's making some outside shots. We know he can drive to the basket. We know he's a good offensive rebounder. We know he plays hard all the time. Once again, he's been very impressive to me.
Long underhand baseball pass behind Cates. Manages to control it, get the shot up, but doesn't make it. And we're coming back the other way. Farris, three. And he knocks it down.
once again, man, I wish he would have been doing more of this in the first half. It might have been a different game. We'll never know.
Our Farris, big fourth quarter. Oh, they're getting the big man a little shake and bake action, a little step back shot. Ah, no good. You know, he's wanted to do that all game.
Well, and now if you're a coach, you're all right with him doing it. Even though you give up a little layup at the other hand.
That's it. You can afford it at this point. Walton does make the basket that you referred to there, Paul. Rogers will handle up top, guarded by Farris. Around the screen by Cates. Farris still with him. Shot is up. Good. Rebound is controlled by the Tsunami. Coming back the other way is Brown. Gets it over into the corner and out of bounds, intended for Williams.
Well, yeah, the players need to learn that, you know, you push the ball and those wings need to sprint to the corners. He was jogging on the sideline and the guard bringing the ball up was passing to the corner. He just wasn't there yet because he wasn't sprinting. I know this game is out of hand, but that doesn't mean you don't continue to do what you're supposed to do.
McClure gives up top or shorter into the lane. Gets wrapped around the arm and will head to the free throw line. That's the type of play that, depending on what the point spread is in the NBA game, might get some bettors upset. That's the type of play that doesn't do anything but change the score.
Yeah, those are the last second half court shots that go in when the game's already over. That some people here in Vegas have been on sports, so they get frustrated.
I've heard that before.
That's why I've never been in sports.
That's it. No, you don't know better than the books.
Yeah, exactly. They're there for a reason.
That's
and
it.
It's uncanny how close they get.
It really is.
In football, especially, 7.5 points, 10.5 points. It's amazing.
It really is. As the miss there off the back rim, I made a play on my daily radio show, and I made a play last week on the Heat and the Timberwolves, which was a 10-point spread. I bet the Heat to cover. You know what they won by? 9 points. Of course.
There you go. Of course. And the problem is, especially in the NBA these days, you never know who's going to be playing. The injuries have come into play. Main players are hurt. Now you have the COVID situation. You never know what Miami Heat team you're betting on, who is going to play that night.
You never know what you're going to get.
And then don't get me started on load management. Load management. I can't play back with that. Come on, man. We played Moses Malone.
Karl Malone.
Magic, Bird,
Yeah.
Karl Malone, Michael Jordan. They played the whole game, every game.
All the time. There we go. Got Paul rambling as Walton converts a layup.
The Coach Mo ramble.
The Coach Mo ramble. Coach Mo. Oh, now it's getting a little bit sloppy at the end here, last minute or so. Everyone's just ready to wrap this up, but play it out. So looks like they're going to give the ball back to the Tsunami, who will inbound near the near side.
Yeah, the Tsunami made it a game in the second quarter and tried to battle in the third, but gave it back up, and the Lightning struck the Tsunami down.
As Terrell knocks down the three.
I sound a little bit like Bill Walton.
Maybe, all we need is the red hair and the tie-dye shirt and a couple of Deadhead concerts, and you're right there with them.
So we both have bad feet, so
there you go. As Cates gets to the line.
Once again, he's had a stellar game, offense, defense, rebounding. He's been everywhere. I know they just made that trade and got him. The Metroplex Lightning must be very, very, very happy they got him on their team. He's a very solid player.
Also some solid sneakers with the red and yellow.
It's all about the color of the sneakers.
That's it. You got a style. And the three is up and good from the far corner. Cates has the ball. 30 seconds to go. Pressure defense being applied and fouls being given, and I just have a question. Why?
If I'm coaching, I'm not doing that. Let's get out of here. Let's lick our wound. Let's get something to eat. Let's watch the film tomorrow.
This is where the 3-second rule we were talking about before comes into play. I'm ready to eat whatever at this point.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it cracks me up when coaches call timeout when they're down by 6 with 10 seconds left. There are no 6-point plays. So.
It seems like both teams are doing the same thing. Cates gave a foul there as well. Again, not sure why, but I guess practicing in the game situations perhaps.
Yeah, let's call it that.
Yeah. The rebound off the miss comes to Shorter, gets it across the timeline, and that should do it as he'll dribble this out, not without pressure from Walton, right against that baseline. And clock will tick down to 0, and now we'll do it. 105-75, a 30-point win in the end for the Metroplex Lightning. Paul, let's wrap this up with the Wilson Sporting Goods post-game show brought to you by Wilson Sporting Goods, the official athletic supplier of the PBA. What did you see in this game?
Well, like we talked about early before the game started, the Metroplex Lightning have size and experience over the Texas Tsunami, who are smaller and younger with less experience. And it really showed. Texas Tsunami gave it a run, made it a game for a while, but just were overwhelmed by the Lightning. Like I said earlier, the Lightning is a well-rounded team, well-coached with good size. That's going to be a very powerhouse in the PBA this season. The Tsunami have to kind of lick their wounds, get together, make some adjustments, decide what kind of team they want to be. If we're going to be small, then we're going to have to pressure defense, speed up the game a little bit, and see if we can do that. But both teams, played hard. And unfortunately for the Tsunami, the Metroplex Lightning were the bigger, stronger, more experienced team tonight.
No doubt about it. And when you take a look at some of the players that stood out to you, Paul, give me a couple for each team that you thought made an impact in this game.
Well, obviously, David Cates, who came in from a trade from the Just Hoops team, played really well on both ends of the court. JT Durley, the big, who's had experience, is a solid player. King McClure played well. They just had a well-rounded team. David Cates probably stood out the most. On the other end, I was impressed with Nate Murray. He had a really good third quarter. I think if I'm the Tsunami coach, I'm looking at him to be more of a factor. Samar Farris, the little point guard, I liked what he did in the second half. I would want to encourage him to do more and be more impactful when the game starts. You're our leader. You're the guy that's going to push us to the next level, and I need you to be able to be one of those scoring point guards that's a dynamic player for us to be successful.
Makes a lot of sense. I'll give you a couple that I noticed for the Lightning. I'm with you, a lot of the same guys, but I really liked what I saw from Charlie Shorter. I thought he played a very consistent overall game. I also liked what I saw with Xavier Rogers on the wing. On the other side of the ball with the Tsunami, obviously not as good. That's why they lost, but certainly there were some bright spots. Cortland Walton, I think, was the biggest one for me. Similar to Shorter and Rogers, I thought played a consistent overall game from start to finish. I liked what I saw from him. You mentioned Farris, no doubt in the second half. You like to see it more when the game was still in balance, no question. I thought you got a lot of play out of Murray in that first half as well. You mentioned him, but the guy I'm going to add to that list really of the ones you mentioned is Walton. I thought Walton might have been the third or fourth most impactful player in this game. He was the one guy for the Tsunami who I think the Metroplex had a hard time matching up with throughout the game.
Yeah, he's athletic. He's pretty strong. Once again, Tsunami, he's a younger player that's just learning how to play, and he's only going to get better. If he works hard, listens, and takes care of business, he's only going to get better as the season goes on. Once
again, final score of this one, 105 for the Lightning, 75 for the Tsunami. He is Paul McKeskey. I'm Gary Ade saying so long. It's the PBA Game of the Week brought to you by Wilson Sporting Goods as well as our friends. And don't forget these guys, Paul. They did a great job with our sizzle reel. You saw it at halftime. And I really was a fan of the work that they provided. Jeff will have our editor will show you all kinds of footage of that at the halftime show, as I'm sure you saw, maybe a little bit later on in the post game as well. But good job out of the gate overall by our whole crew today. We really appreciate it. Got Dat Wurk Films did a good job, and we're happy to have them as part of the sponsorship team of this league as well. So for Paul McKeskey, I'm Gary Ade saying so long. Once again, this has been the PBA Game of the Week brought to you by Got Dat Wurk Films and Wilson Sporting Goods. 105 for the Metroplex, 75 for the Tsunami. We'll see you again next week right here on YouTube, Roku, and Amazon Fire.